This is the Midnight Rubber. Now, as we get ready for the next band to present themselves, now next we have So the Old Man Start by Richard Hamlet. And next individual out of the band Philip and the Friends, Believe It or Not. This presentation out of Philip and Friends is their presentation, Believe It or Not, So the Old Man Starts. And this is Richard Hamlet, and he's an individual. Next on stage, out of Philip and Friends, Believe It or Not, we have SOE in effect, the Heavy Police Presence by Cedel, and he is a king. SOE in effect, the Heavy Police Presence, portraying by Cedel.
Yes, I can hear them saying, boy, stop living in the past. Where can I find that energy, the raw magic that comes down from the grassroots? Yes, I'm from a place where soca the resounding power.
And this is out of the band Philip and Friends as they present Believe It or Not. SOE in effect, Heavy Police Presence.
When West people leave from Lincoln, John and the town to head to the playground and put the link inside. Arima and Central, Tobago and Southside. The traffic and insomnia morning down the by West Morning have cars parking like a garage. Me drinks bottle long like ruler in a cooler and we chipping up the mouse to from Carolina. Yeah, time did it long, we used to carry it. We used to carry it, but it long, we used to carry it. We used to carry it, but it flag to the carry it. We used to carry it, but it cooler to the carry it. We used to carry it when Central had it, Korea had it, Colombia had it, even Vida.
And this presentation is SOE in effect, Heavy Police Presence, out of the band Philip and Friends, Believe It or Not.
Different background confusion, PSA ground shaking like an earthquake. But everyone was fine, it was when hot girl wine up. We used to sit in downtown.
We ask that the masqueraders make their presentation directly in front of the judges. So as we make way for the next presentation, a tribute to We Pan, Pan in Range, by Claire, a queen. Out of the band Philip and Friends, Believe It or Not, tribute to We Pan, Pan in a Rage. We ask that the masqueraders make their presentation in front of the judges, please. Could the masquerader please make their presentation in front of the judges?
They say to me they want a musical change in Pan. Well, I didn't tell them yes, but I didn't tell them no.
Please have your masqueraders present themselves in front of the judging panel, please.
Well, I'm going to have a go. They all indicated that they were getting bored, and they will appreciate something new. So I thought it best to change to the minor chord to see really who is who. Big band, who be on the tenor. Big band.
And this is a tribute to We Pan, Pan in a Rage. We do ask if you make your presentation in front of the judging panel, please. Yes, in front of the judges panel. Please come closer so the judges can see what you have to offer. And out of Philip and Friends, Believe It or Not, tribute to We Pan, Pan in a Range.
I walk around the room and I started to create. I know how to prove to them to have the ability. I dare and then decide the minor should dominate. If not entirely, for most of the melody. You notice the chorus carries a simple hook. From 7 to A minor. It really designed to give
So as we get ready for the next participant, out of the band Philip and Friends, Believe It or Not, we now make way for This Is a State of Emergency. We now get ready for the next participant, out of Philip and Friends, Believe It or Not. This is a State of Emergency by Margaret, next queen of the band. And this is an all mass presentation. So presenters, please make your presentation in front of the judges so they can see what you have to offer. So this is a State of Emergency, parade by Margaret. this presentation is a state of emergency as we make way for the next presenter, a Still Seeing Potholes by Wayne. Out of the band Philip and Friends, believe it or not, are still seeing potholes. Out of Philip and Friends, believe it or not, this is a Still Seeing Potholes. Now moving on to the next presentation. Plenty pipe but no water. So could the presenters please make their way directly in front of the judges? Come a little closer in front of the judges. Please move up in front of the judges so we can view your presentation. Right, and this presentation is Plenty Pipe, but no water. Out of the band Philip and Friends, believe it or not. And this presentation is Plenty Pipe, but no water. Out of the band Philip and Friends, believe it or not. So we get ready for the next presentation out of the band Philip and Friends. The talk is US banning TikTok. And they are presented out of the band Philip and Friends, believe it or not. The talk is US banning TikTok. And this presentation, the talk is US banning TikTok. And this is out of the band Philip and Friends. The talk is banning TikTok is US banning TikTok. And this is an all mass presentation. Now as we get ready for the next presentation, I'm not in the doubles commerce, but I want a job in double spam. The next presentation out of the band Philip and Friends, believe it or not, it's I'm not in the doubles commerce, but I want a job in double palm. And this presentation is done by LeFood. Philip and Friends present, believe it or not, I'm not in the doubles commerce, but I want a job in double palm. So as we get ready for the next presenter, since the pandemic, I'm catching Menene. Moving along. All right, now we get ready for Jenny washing dirty linen public. Out of the band, Philip and a friend. Jenny washing dirty lining in public. And this is an old man's presentation right out of the band Philip and Friends. And this is Jenny and Friends as they present, believe it or not, Jenny washing dirty lining in public. So as we get ready for the next presentation out of the band Philip and Friends, as they present, believe it or not, Now we have Keith Step Down. And we have Keith Step Down and Handy Resign to Young. Keith Step Down and Handy Resign to Young by Eugene and Philip. This is out of the band Philip and Friends, and this is Keith Step Down and the Hand Resigns to Young. Out of the band Philip and Friends as they present themselves, Keith Step Down and the Hand Resigns to Young. Please come up to the judging. We ask that the masqueraders please be closer to the judges so they can see your presentation. Come in front of the judging table, please. This presentation is Keith Step Down and Hand Resign to Young. Out of the band Philip and Friends as they present Believe It or Not. So this was their presentation out of Philip and Friends, and their presentation was Believe It or Not.